Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit's Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Venus was in the sign of Taurus. It went retrograde, it went direct, and because of the constant retrogression and direction, it spent more than 4 months in his own sign, Taurus. But the transit of Venus in the sign of Taurus was not great for public figure, was not great for celebrities. You have seen numerous amount of unfortunate events happening all around the world. Now Venus is finally going to go out from the sign and to go to Gemini. The movement of Gemini is very special for a couple of factors. First of all, Venus is going to be in the sign of communication. And Venus would want to communicate. What would a beauty do? Beauty would want to communicate its nature, it want to spread the Prakriti all over the world. So Venus finds the third house very important and dear because of the particular nature of this house. Also, if you see, Gemini is second from second house. So from the principle of Bhavad Bhavam, Gemini is gain of the gain. So it's very, very dear to Venus, and it is ninth from Libra. So the dharma of the Libra resides in the Gemini, whereas the resource of the Taurus resides in Gemini. And when Venus goes into the sign of Gemini, Venus becomes very, very efficient. Venus is now communicating, radiating. You can say this is radiating Venus, who is communicating his talent throughout the world. So let us discuss in detail what this particular transit is going to do. And before that, do not forget to hit like, subscribe and share, and hit the bell icon so that you never miss another update. Explore videos on my channel, and if you want to get other updates of astrology, follow my Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter, my other social media profiles, so that you get to know much more about the world of astrology. Venus is the planet of creativity, art. Venus is the planet that defines beauty, literature, music, film, luxury, happiness, the comfort of life. It defines love, romance. It defines beauty. It defines nature, the happiness that you feel when you see a bird flying in the sky, a bright blue sky, a good river, a nice view from the mountains. This is all Venus. That aesthetic sense is controlled by this planet. Now this planet is going and crossing the boundary from Taurus to Gemini on 1st of August. And on 1st of August, Venus will move to the sign of Gemini. Gemini is controlled by Mercury, and Mercury is kind of kiddish, childish. So you can say this teenage nature of Venus comes into picture, and that's like Venusian nature, proper propagation of the Venusian nature. The innocence comes into this. In this sign of Mercury, although Venus gets debilitated in the other sign of Mercury, which is Virgo, in this particular sign, Venus is very, very active, or you can say proactive in nature. First, it will meet Rahu, and if you see, Venus will cross the path of Rahu. Venus is Daitya Guru. Rahu is already in Mrigashira. So till the time Venus will be in Mrigashira, there will be troubles in love and romance. You will see a lot of things being revealed from the media industry, from the art industry, from the craft industry. These industries will go under tremendous reforms and transformations, because Saturn is already retrograde 8th from this particular house. The movement of Venus when it will cross Rahu, till the time it is in Mrigashira Nakshatra, a lot of people will have this intense feeling to actually travel somewhere. It would have been a good time if it was a normal day, but we know in 2020 the situation is really not that great to travel. So you need to hold that urge, you need to control that urge, and you really need to think what are the consequences of the travel that you can make for the aesthetic sense. If in your horoscope Venus is weak, if in your horoscope Gemini falls in 6, 8 or 12, you actually can fall into trouble because of this impulsive behavior. Because of the Rahu's presence, Rahu's energy with Venus, this Venus is going to explode in a way. Because it is when Venus is crossing over Rahu, Rahu is kind of, it's like a relay race. Rahu will give the baton to Venus, and Venus is going to carry forward the baton of love, and the passion is going to be very high. You will have this great enthusiasm, or I would say restlessness, to tell your feelings, to tell your thoughts to the near and dear ones. This is the time to establish right relationship, but this is also a time where you can be betrayed. This is also the time when you may not feel that you are being loved, because Rahu is hungry. So your hunger for love, your hunger for passion towards love, your hunger for beauty, art, everything will increase. And you will be vocal about it. Third house is the house of being vocal, being expressive. Gemini is all about that. So you will be vocal but in double mind. So you have to be very sure of what you are speaking, because in the first few days of Venus transit in Mrigshira Nakshatra, once Venus moves from Mrigshira, Venus will go into Adra. So in Mrigshira, the thoughts will be all over the place. There will be imagination. You will be fluid in nature. You would be focused more about the beauty, the elegance, the design, the craft. But in Adra, if you are pained by the days when Venus was in Mrigshira, when Venus will go into Adra, you would want to transform that part. You would want to transform that by force, by forceful communication, by verbally telling somebody that you mean to them, to buy unnecessary things. You have to be very, very careful about that. This is also the time when you have to be very careful about the ad industry. What kind of advertisement are attracting you, and are you compelled to buy those products? Are you pushing yourself to buy that products because you just desire for that? Do not buy if you don't need. That's the mantra for Venus transit in the sign of Gemini. When Venus will transit over Adra, you know what does Adra is. Venus is not comfortable in Adra. But when Venus goes into Adra, you can say that there is a beauty in lightning. There is a beauty in rainfall, especially when Venus goes into Punarvasu. So definitely there will be huge transformation, huge changes, huge reforms. In just a span of 1 month, Venus is going to stay for a month in the sign of Gemini. But this small month is going to bring in a lot of changes. New ways to communicate, new ways to give media. A lot of things will come. While Venus crosses over the Punarvasu Nakshatra, your longing for the lost will be very high. Now let us understand the position of Venus through Taurus. So when Venus was in Taurus, he was under a certain kind of self-home influence. He was like quarantined in his own home. Now when Venus is crossing over Rahu, Venus is breaking that boundary. So the boundary that the Taurus created for Venus is breaking. And when that boundary is breaking, definitely the effect of Ketu will also go into Venus. So you have to be very careful with which relationship you have preserved for so long. If it is not right for you, it will break. If you have reserved a lot of money, Venus is also Lakshmi. So now the Lakshmi will communicate. That means your money will become productive. You will see that your money is making money. Also the karma is needed for that. But if the right amount of investment is done, if the right strategy is taken, this Venus will give you a lot of good results. Now this is for those people who have good Venus in their horoscope, who are running Venus Mahadasha or Antardasha, and Venus is totally favorable to them. Now you have to observe where is a Libra sign. That's where the key is. Libra is actually the sign where the balance happens. When Venus was in Taurus, Venus was 8th from Libra. So actually it was death of balance. A lot of surprises coming, undulating things coming, and you were storing that unbalance. Because Taurus is a sign of accumulation, resource. So those resource, or you can say whatever resource you thought you had, was actually creating unbalance for you. But when Venus goes into the 9th house from Taurus, it goes into the house of Dharma. Now you will understand the reason of those events. Now you will understand the actual actual reason why a negative event happened with you or a positive event happened with you. And this means your Libra is going to communicate through dharma. That means you would talk about life balance. And this is very important if you have a Libra moon, Libra sun, Libra Venus and Libra ascendant. You will see the position of Venus will be 9th house from the ascendant, from the Lagna Lord, and this is going to empower your zodiac sign. So in a way you can say Libra is the most empowered zodiac. You should chant Shri Sukta because this Venus has the potency to give a very auspicious event at home. You should do Havan at home. You should do Lakshmi Narayan Puja. You should do Lakshmi Gayatri Mantra Jap. You should do Shri Sukta Jap. This is the time when you would really want the Lakshmi to talk to you, so you can really communicate. And the only way to communicate to Lakshmi is, Lakshmi means dhan, but is by putting the dhan to good use. That means your money must communicate goodness. If your money is communicating bad, or you can say negativity, the Ketu, which is right in front of Venus, and the Saturn, which is 8th from Venus, is waiting to take all the positivity away from this planet. So Venus is going to communicate, and whom he is communicating? He can't see Saturn. He is communicating with Rahu, because in the entire transit of Venus, which will be approximately till 1st of September, Rahu is not going away from the sign of Mrigshira, from the sign of Gemini. Not only that, Ketu will be closer to Mula Nakshatra. So definitely you will remember your past mistakes, especially in relationships, money invested. If you are a singer, if you are a dancer, you would be learning from the past videos, past moves that you have made, and you would refine them. So this is the transit of refinement. So when you refine it, it shines like a diamond. So this transit will make you shine like a diamond. This transit can communicate happiness. This transit can communicate beauty. This transit can give you comfort and luxury. All you have to do is pray to Ma Mahalakshmi to give her blessings, to shower her blessings on entire humanity, and make this very small, brief transit a very happy one, so that in this distressing time of the world, we become slightly happy. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video. We will meet in the next video. Till then, namaste.